surviving the 80s. Still looks low, but I'm not going to go over and do anything with it now. But I want to say this morning is a good morning. I slept better last night, not terrifically excellent, but I slept good for 5 hours. I had to get up, and when I got up, I watched the Rhodes. I watched the beautiful one drink her chicken broth, and I just happened to have some, so I heated up mine and I had a cup with her. And then I watched Justin settle his cold, shivery pigs, but I wasn't shivery by then. I was nice and warm and knew I could go back to sleep. And the rest of the night I dreamt about pigs. And that's how my night went. So I am feeling better, and I'm getting ready for Friday and my day of cooking. I guess that's tomorrow when you see this. And what I did, I've already done it. I've got 2 freezer spaces, just one here and one outside. I don't have a lot of freezer space, so I just condensed everything, made it so when I cook on Friday and these side dishes ahead, I had a place to put it in the freezer, and I know where I'm headed with that. So that's one of the things. And so if you're cooking with us, get ready. And actually, I've got the beans, not soaking because it's too soon for that, but I went through, and the beans that I'm going to cook, for some reason it's a mix, and they're white and red, and I've gone through and sorted them, made sure there was no rocks or anything like that in them, so that's done. Now the other thing is, one of my Joni asked to see my kitchen a little bit more and hear about my kitchen. Well, I did early on a video about my kitchen, but so I'll try to do this a little different. So if you go back and watch that one, it won't be quite the same. But we moved here from a huge kitchen, really big. It had, well, it was a big kitchen. I won't go into that because I think that's on the other one. But what we saw when we first got here were upper cupboards like this one. I think you can see it. I'm going to make sure you can. Maybe from now on, I'm going to take the camera with me. So I'm going to undo it. Okay, in the beginning, when we got here, we bought this house sight unseen because it was on a short sale. It was next door to neighbor's son. We knew we wanted eventually to be here. So this was here, but it had a solid door. And those were here without our chickens. And then it continued on, came over here. Ooh, I'm not holding this straight, I'm sorry. And the cupboard continued clear over here. So if I were standing here, what I would look at is just cupboard. I wouldn't see my windows or anything like that. It blocked the view. And to me, it was claustrophobic. Okay, I think I'm going to put you back down. And, well, no, maybe I'll continue on. So we knew something had to be done. So we took out, naturally, this cupboards in here. And some of them had glass doors, which we put over there. Then we just little by little changed. I think the first thing we did was remove the cupboard that was here with the solid doors. We put this, oh no, I remember, there was a picture hanging here. Okay, but we took the picture down, put this in. The house, I bet I'm shouting into this. Where is the speaker side? Well, I'm sorry if I'm too loud. But originally, the original house
didn't have the room on the other side, and there was a window over the sink. Traditionally, that's how sinks were. Okay, with a window over the sink. So instead, we put this, and what this is, Tom had built this early on in one of our fixer-upper homes. He built me a hutch to go in the kitchen for storage and to work on, like a counter, and it had a wood cutting board top to it. So this was just the hutch part to it. And the last time we moved it with us several times, and finally in the last kitchen it was sort of put in permanent, and I couldn't move it, but I could move this part. So on here, what I do, I keep my spices, and you've seen those. And down under here are my spice mix, some ingredients that go into the spice mix, my tea blends, and so forth. And over there are the tinctures. And then over here, I think this was the second thing that he put in. And because we have blue in the kitchen, and I like blue, they got painted dark blue. And because earlier in my life we had a bed and breakfast, I had a lot of set of dishes. So this is one of the dishes from my Noritake set. My folks gave me that, or the set. And then a couple of antique bowls that I use. And I love these little containers. And those containers are at least 40 years old, because when I had my first store, those came out of my first store, and I've used them for so many things. I just love them. And they have some coconut sugar, arrowroot powder, oatmeal. This is extra turmeric in here in a package, and that is, believe it or not, sea salt that I use in baths and rinses and whatever. It's not used especially in cooking. Okay, and then up above, I don't know if you can see the brownware. We used to live, when we first got married, and in the grocery store, remember the times when you bought so many groceries that allowed you to get so many points? Well, that brownware was part of it, and I just loved it. I used to have dishes, the plates and everything, but that's been a lot of years ago, and basically that's all I have left. The blue graniteware came from my folks, my mother had a set of it, and then I had the blue ones, and there they are. So that is basically, and I'm not going to keep this very long, so another day I'll take you to the other side and I'll tell you about all the things that hang there. And one of the things, and you can see, okay, this kitchen isn't very big. It is 5 feet across. I can stand, wait just a minute, I'm going to try to put you down. I don't know if you see me, but I can stand almost, yeah, I can reach from my stove to over here to my counter. And it shouldn't have this in here, but believe it or not, I find it handy. I like to chop on it, I like to move it around, and I bump into it a lot too. Some days I think I'll just take it out, but I've gotten used to it, so I probably won't. And it stores stuff. My onions are in there. I have a big kettle down there. And there's not much storage in this kitchen. And the one thing that I sometimes regret, it's not big enough for a dishwasher. But you know, with just 2 people, I really don't need one. But once in a while, I sort of think about that. Okay, so that is my kitchen. And Friday, I'll be cooking up a storm. So come and join me. And that's what we'll do on Friday. And I'm going to come around because I want to thank you, Brenda, especially. I do. I just appreciate you. And I'm so thankful and that I'm taking your course. And I thank you for all of the subscribers you've sent my way. And I know Patrick has sent many my way, and Renee, and thank you. Thank each one of you. And I thank the new subscribers for coming along. I hope you enjoy the journey. And we'll see you on Friday. Now, because I'll be probably making a video on Friday about what I'm doing, but you won't see it probably till next Monday. So just hang on and come along. So have a good day and thank you. You thought you were going to get rid of me too soon. I remember I got out these plates because I wanted to show you. When we moved here, I, like I say, I had lots of plates because we cooked a lot of food. We had a bed and breakfast and we did other things. And so I had this set of Mikasa, and I want to tell you about it because it was so fun to get. Every time I saw Mikasa on sale, I would go down and buy a setting. The plate, the salad plate, the soup bowl, the cup and saucer. Okay? But they don't all match. They're all different. And believe it or not, at one time, I had at least 13 different sets. 2 I gave away. 1 I think got broke. And this set, which is now 11 of them, will go to my daughter the next time she comes. We plan to pack it up and send it to her and make room for other stuff here. So I'll let you go now.